Good morning, friends and traders. Welcome to the Market Forecast. I am Dan Hodgman. It is Tuesday, October 20th. Elections just a few days away, less than 2 weeks now. Things are getting heated up. I hope you guys all had a good day yesterday. I do apologize I was not here yesterday afternoon. As some of you guys know, Sarge is epileptic. He had himself a little bit of a seizure yesterday. Normally, they're not. It's nothing too terrible. He comes out of them pretty darn quickly, and yesterday it took him a little while to bounce back. So just for safety measures, we got in the truck and shot over to the vet and had the vet check his blood work, check his vitals, make sure everything was all right. And by the time we got home, he was chock full of treats and feeling like a brand new puppy. So I appreciate you guys saying something here. John's doing well as well. Hopefully he's back soon this week. We're looking forward to that. We're excited to have him back here when he's ready. And today is going to be an interesting day. It's Nancy Pelosi's deadline for a stimulus package. We'll see if anything gets done. Like someone pointed out yesterday, I think it's kind of like the trade deal. Talks went well, but we're not going to get anything. I just can't imagine it at this point. We have presidential election coming up debates coming up on Thursday. All 50 states are open for early voting. My brother just took off to go vote right now. So if you haven't voted, or if you want to get out and vote early, I know all 50 states are open. Make sure you guys vote because your vote does count. It's always important. Definitely looking forward to voting for myself. And get some interesting things going on with the social medias. DOJ is going after Google. There's possible subpoenas going after Twitter and Facebook. So we'll have to keep an eye on how all of that plays out. We've got Procter & Gamble crushing it this morning on their earnings. And, pretty good across the board with all earnings, got to say. Of course, let me refresh this here. Make some adjustments. Here we go. So Procter & Gamble, like I said, doing really well. Beats their revenue by $1 billion. Lockheed Martin by $0.4 billion. Everything on the board this morning is green. Means it's doing well. So that's good to see. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, Tanya, Felix, MSS Capital, Charles, Jimmy, level 2, woke up early, caught a worm. Nice. Early bird gets the worm. Nice job to you, Tanya, as well. Christopher, good morning. 3450, guys, we like that level. Mike, good morning. James, good morning. Marco, Alan, Michael, 3427 was your breakfast. Nice win there, MSS Capital. Art, good morning, Tanya. It was a great level. Haven't been trading much pre-market because I was trying to trade NQ. I think I've caused myself enough gray hairs now. Back to ES. ES is much more manageable. I would personally agree with that. I'm an ES over an NQ guy as well. Rob, good morning. In level 2, what do we got here? Anything? Yes, go vote. Don't care who for. Just do it. Exactly, Tanya. I'm right there with you. That's our responsibility as Americans. All right. Yep, Brendan, they're going after Twitter for censorship. Fanous, good morning. Vast West, good morning. All right, guys. Let's take a look at these markets. I'm sorry about yesterday. I missed quite a bit coming back here. I was gone for a few hours yesterday because you know how they take forever. And with this whole new COVID scenario, I sit in the car. They come out to the car. They make me check in. Then they come out about 20 minutes later. They grab the dog. They bring Sarge inside. It's a whole process. And yes, Derek, NQ will make your hair fall out. It's so darn fast. I've lost enough hair as it is from my time in the military. I don't need to lose any more hair. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these markets. See what we got going on here today. I'm feeling pretty good this morning. I'm pretty excited about everything shaping up here. I think we're going to find some good opportunities. All right. So first and foremost, crude oil daily as always. Don't forget, weekly kickoff high, $42. Weekly kickoff low, $40.20. And, well, We are very comfortably right in the middle, slowly looking to trend lower, slowly trending lower. We're still ways away from weekly kickoff low when you look at it here on this daily, but really, we're not too far off. We're 55 cents away from that weekly kickoff low. So let's take a quick look here. Let's dive in and see what we actually got going on. Market is well within a range, a channel that we want to look at. We're actually kind of in a pivotal spot right now. When I look at my levels I wrote down this morning, I said, look at 75. First place we're going to keep an eye on. And I had a couple checks on our way down. I went 85 to 75. It's area worth keeping an eye on. This is the range that's going to be important to me. We are pressing the bottom side of that range. Here's where we have an opportunity as traders. This is a great opportunity to look for trade. We can either say, look, I'm going to go short and I'm going to look for this thing to break lower. Maybe we'll get it to run down towards weekly kickoff low. Again, by all means, if you're a breakout trader, that's a great opportunity to look for a trade. We're pressing an extreme. Now, on the flip side, if you want to keep things a little bit cheaper, we can go ahead and say, look, I'm going to take this long, and I'm going to look to see this thing possibly recover towards settlement price. Settlement price up here at 41.06. So, great opportunity either way with this market. If we're going short, if we're going long, risk is pretty simple. We're putting it right down here, just essentially on the other side of our overnight low. If we make new lows, we're going to start to adjust ourselves. So we're looking to see if we can get this market to rotate just a little bit lower to justify our run up to 10. Or excuse me, 06, I should say. Justify a run up here to 06. So, great opportunity, something to keep an eye on. Now, if this thing starts to turn around where I'm paying attention, it's going to have a hard time getting through here. We got yesterday's value area low here at 09, settlement price at 06. Couple things worth keeping an eye on. If this market rolls over and starts to head north, I'm not looking all the way up to overnight high over here at 41.33, but more towards yesterday's point of control up at 41.27. I'm pretty much going to stay well within a range here. Now, we've been ranging in this channel for quite some time. Let's get an idea of what's actually going on here, right? So let's come all the way kind of back until the last time we were trading right in this area and start to get an idea of what this market's been doing. I think this is a pretty telltale sign of what to look for here today. Notice our value area low is right here at 80. Our value area high over the last 3 days is up here at 28. Like we said, check 27. We have reasons to come up to this price. So this market has, over the last 2.5 to 3 days, really stayed well within this channel. And point of control, yesterday's settlement price right here at 06, market continues to rotate around it. So this is what I'm watching here. Probability is stated every time it's kind of come to this extreme, opportunity is prevalent. So that's what I'm going to be looking for here today. Whether it's a breakout and we can catch that run like we did the other day down towards that 40.20. Never all we got there the other day. But man, is that what I'm looking for? Am I looking for that breakout to the downside to recover back into the channel? Or am I going to look for this channel to continue to show support and resistance and we stay within that? Couple options here. I just want to make sure everyone knows we have that going on. Next, let's look at the S&P 500, which is starting to tell us maybe it wants to break out of this channel to the upside, and maybe we're seeing a little weakness within the market, within structure here. Sellers really came in yesterday. Big sell-off yesterday. A lot of people thinking, man, maybe we won't get any sort of stimulus deal. I have my thoughts on what's going to happen or not, if it's going to happen or not. But I don't, they're just thoughts. Really doesn't have any validation behind it. It just seems like they don't want to get it done. Just how I feel. Hopefully they do. Wouldn't mind seeing this get done for the American people and the economy. We definitely need it, especially with this surge in virus cases. Chicago's going back towards a phase 3, which means no more indoor anything. We're seeing these cases surge. We know companies are going to get shut down. We want to see American people working, having jobs. It's very vital. So I sure do hope something happens. All right, S&P 500 weekly kickoff low 3,400. Guys, not far off. Not far off. We're getting a little bit of ways from weekly kickoff high up at here at 35.45. We have, as of yesterday, pushed out of this channel that we've paid attention to that has been pretty fruitful, to say the least. So let's look at this 30-minute chart and get an idea of what we got going on. Market trending lower, no doubt about it. Moving higher this morning. Do we get this thing to close the gap towards settlement price? Settlement price down here at 34.22 3/4. 34.22 3/4 settlement price. Does it rotate lower and close the gap? That's question number one. No, a couple of you guys got this short up here at 50. We love that short at 50. Plays nicely with yesterday's consolidation area. The one little pullback, we got in on that nice break in the afternoon there. Great opportunity to look for a trade, whether we were going long or short. I'm glad a couple of you guys caught the shorts. Market has created some opportunity here. So we're going to pay attention to 50 if the market comes up towards 50. If we struggle to get to 50, though, what are some areas that we're going to keep an eye on? Well, I'm looking more towards 34.40. 34.40 is an area that's going to catch my attention on the upside to get up to 50. If we somehow blow through 50, then we got consolidation again up at 60. That's kind of as far as I'm looking at this point. To see this market go from 22 up to 60, 40-point positive day, that'd be a big move in my opinion. I'm not saying it can't be done. It's been done multiple times, but I'm not prepping to see this market come up towards 34.86 again. I'm just not prepping that level yet. Obviously, we start heading north. We all know we're looking up here at 86, guys. All right, now to the downside. What are we paying attention to? Well, notice how point of control, very little time was traded in this range from 26 down to 15. 26 down to 15. Very little time, but a ton of volume yesterday. So you saw those buyers come in strong down here at 18 where point of control is. It could be a tough level for this market to break through. Now if we rotate lower, well, you guys, we know we love that area 34.80 to 34.90 or 33.80 to 34.90. We like this area. A couple weeks ago, I should say. I'm definitely going to pay attention to that to the downside. All right, next, let's go ahead and look at the NASDAQ, which just like the S&Ps, starting to really show this market wants to trend lower. Approaching the elections, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. It makes kind of sense, right? We got a lot going on, a lot of questions in the world. Do we get a stimulus deal? Who's going to win elections? Who, if this person wins elections, how's stock market going to react? Nobody knows. Our job is just to trade what we see. So when we look at this 30-minute chart here, settlement price 11,650 quarter, which I created some opportunities so far in this pre-open. Does the market continue to close that gap, or are we going to start to kind of see this market want to get a little range bound? It's kind of what it's shaping up for right now. It's going to take a little bit to get through yesterday's value area low, right here at 706. But above 706, we're paying attention to 726. And from 726, we're looking all the way up here at 780. Now, if we rotate lower, where am I looking? Well, we got settlement price right here at 650, 11,650 quarter. Below that, I have my models pointing out some stuff down here at 572, 11,572. But right now, I'm looking for this market to kind of just stay within a little bit of a range. We saw it trending, wanting to trend higher. Broke below that here this morning, but I am still seeing somewhat of a channel. I'm just looking through some high volume areas. I'm watching this 735 here, 735. And I'm not getting crazy low. I'm kind of watching right here at 680 as a low, as areas that I'm going to start to kind of pay attention to if we fall back inside this. That's going to be kind of a range that I'm going to look for some opportunity within. Next, let's look at the gold. Gold, well within our weekly kickoff levels here. Again, they are 1920 to the upside, which, hey, if this thing gets some light, we may see it run up there. And 1880 to the downside. And, hey, we might see it get down there if it decides to run. Anything's possible in the futures markets, right? But right now, we are trending sideways. This thing is just trending sideways. We're really just comfortably standing right in the middle of this range. And that's kind of what I'm looking at here when I look at our 30 minutes. What are we doing? We are range bound at this point. We've kind of dipped below, but we're really watching nothing too crazy. Maybe we'll see this thing come down towards 1900, 1899, which we've talked about a couple times over the last few weeks. But it's going to take a lot to get there. So I'm looking at 1903, 1902, approximately in this range here. I'm looking here on the low side, and I'm looking to see if this thing can get up and tag settlement price up here at 1911.70. 1911.70. That's our settlement price. Now, if this thing starts to rotate higher, there's going to be some work to get through things. 1907, yesterday's value area, and a high volume node over the last couple weeks. It's going to take some work getting through 1907. If we get through 1907, are we going to be able to continue this thing to the upside? This 1911 may hit the wall, and we may not make it to settlement price. So if you're long down here and you're looking to get this thing to settlement price and we are approaching 1911, lock in those profits and walk home with it. Doesn't hurt. Nothing wrong with that. But right now I'm really just looking at this thing within a range. It's not breaking out. It's not making anything directional at this point. It's definitely what I'm looking at right now. Now let's look at our currencies and get the heck on out of here. I'm excited for today. The euro pushing higher. Keeps going well above weekly kickoff high of 117.80. Market has been making huge overnight moves, but now when we look a little closer, was yesterday a huge move? Well, it moved really strong during that London session and stalled out. Same thing so far here today. Moved really strong during the London session and we're stalling out. Are we going to stay range bound? Now, market is trending, right? We're trending higher. That's what it's telling us. Our job is to find weakness and hop in on weakness. This could be considered a sign of weakness. I'm going to say right now what I'm looking at this thing. We all know the euro gets really quiet directionally during U.S. hours. We get the big moves during London, and then it dies off for us. And so I'm actually going to kind of wait and see how this thing comes back and approaches these swing highs that we've seen kind of up here by 118.30, 118.29. I'm going to kind of watch and see how this market approaches here. If we start to push right through like it's nothing, then okay, this is our chance to get in and go along with it. But if we continue to just see it falling off fast every time it approaches that level, tells us we're going to want a range bound here, and we got to start to kind of define some of our extremes to look for some opportunity. Now, we may see some opportunity coming down here to 1807. 1807 was yesterday's high. I think those are important levels to always note. So I'm going to keep an eye on this 1807 if we can get down here. If not, 1815 is going to kind of be that low side I'm looking for. And I said it earlier, 29 to 30 is what we're looking up above. So just a couple things to keep an eye on. We all know the currencies, they're tough to trade during regular trading hours sometimes. And so just be patient if you're trading any of these. Same thing with the yen. Yen is pushing lower here today. Big move pre-market, or I guess they have opened up, but big move so far here for the yen. Market state is adjusting just slightly for me. Settlement price was all the way up here at 94.90. So the one place I had to look down below, if this thing continues lower, 94.54. 94.54. This market, though, what I'm liking about it is it's been kind of falling into a really nice channel for us. We're starting to break out a little bit. Just kind of getting in a little bit of a channel here. I'm liking the opportunities that it's trading around. So we tighten things up here. Yeah, we've checked out of it a few times, fallen back in. It's just kind of an idea of what to keep an eye on. I mean, we can even bring this one here, but just a visual to get an idea of what's happening here. Market has really traded well around this channel. We're on a low side of that channel for sure. We can break out to the downside like we have, for sure. No doubt about that. But it's a place we can start to think about some opportunity. This is what I do every day with every market I'm trading. I define my channel. I define the range, whether it's directional, whether it's trending sideways, whatever it's doing, whether it's going higher or lower, whatever the case may be. I always try and put some sort of visual framework around the market so I don't get caught doing silly things in the middle. Right? I need to keep some sort of idea. And I'm tweaking them all the time. I'm adjusting them. I'm just trying to give myself visuals because I'm looking for opportunities as market approaches these areas of extreme, right? We're looking for opportunities as the market approaches extremes. We don't have to catch the bottom and have it run all the way to the top. It's not always going to happen, right? But it's just, these are ways of guiding a framework to keep yourself, for me, within check. And so that's what I've got going on here in our euro. All right, guys, we're getting pretty darn close to our open. I see a couple comments here. Oh, Daryl, good morning, Tanya. Missed you, but yes, Dancing Bear made it in here, so thank you to him for that. Very grateful. I have a lot of thoughts, too. I'm sure you do. LT, all right. Dan, will there be a coach's playbook today? Yes, we will be going live between 11:20, 11:25, right around there. We usually sit down in a meeting at about 11:10. We get all our thoughts together, and then we click live as soon as we're all ready to go. So it's not a hard start time, but we'll be going, right around 11:20, 11:25. Yeehaw CL, heck yeah, Derek and Dan. How many points are you looking for on an ES trade? Well, Tanya, I guess it all depends. It tells me whatever the market tells me it's going to give me. I'm definitely looking for, I'm looking to see if I can get 10 points minimum on any trade. I tend to be what I'm looking for. But again, every trade's totally different. Sometimes 5 points is all it's showing, and 5 points is all I'm looking for. They all vary. It's really, really hard. I tend to sit in my trades a little longer, though. I'm trying to catch a lot of the day's move. Not the whole thing, but I'm trying to catch a lot of it. And I'll sit in there for a few hours if I can. Like I said, every trade it depends. 95 might get targeted. Yeah, heck yeah. Josue, good morning. And no problem, Tanya. All right, guys. 8:25. Market's open in 5 minutes. I'm going to sign on out, but Coach Playbook today, like I just said, right around 11:20, 11:25. Look for us to go live. The Dancing Bear will be there. Then 3 p.m. Central Time, I will be here for the recap. And that's what I got for us, guys. Until then, stay safe, trade well, trade smart,